What if you could stop feeling tired all the time? We live in a world of constant information overload, constant stress. Sleeping long hours is just not enough anymore to recharge. You wake up and you have no energy, no desire to get up. And it's not just physical, it's mental, it's emotional. So how in the context of our sweet modern society can we finally rest? Well, let's talk about it. Build real energy. Here's something you may not know about the connection between your muscles and the energy in your body. So first, what you do know is that when you become inactive for a period of time, your muscles shrink and you feel weaker. Okay, but your muscles are also full of mitochondria, tiny genes in your cells that make ATP, which is the fuel to your body. Put simply, less movement means less muscles, which then means less mitochondria, therefore less ATP, and finally less energy available to you. And movement becomes more important as we age because naturally over time our cells produce less energy, partly due to mitochondrial loss. But here comes the vicious cycle. When you haven't moved for a while and you finally, with a lot of motivation, decide to hit the gym, your workouts at first feel terribly difficult. Your muscles are obviously out of shape. They cannot support your body weight properly. So they burn the less energy you have available even more than they would normally. So after a workout, you feel freaking exhausted because basically your muscles need to relearn how to move efficiently. And I think knowing this may actually help you push through the first 2 weeks of total hell. But here are some good news. In order to fix that, you don't have to push harder and you don't have to do a lot actually. The key is consistency. You just have to move daily. It doesn't even have to be a workout always. It could be walking, dancing. Sign up for any sport, literally any sport that will make you move. I mean, have sex, not the lazy kind. Just give yourself 20 minutes of moderate movement every single day and your body is going to thank you. Your brain as well, because that energy, you're feeling fatigue all the time for a reason. And indeed, if you're feeling exhausted all the time, ask yourself, not just am I resting enough, but also am I moving enough to earn my energy back? And before we continue, for those of you who are new here, my name is Evie. I have a science degree in psychology, and on this channel I try to bring understanding. I don't really go so heavy on the science because I want to make the content helpful. I believe people just have the need at this point to feel a little bit understood, not forced to just do another thing. Befriending your brain goes through understanding, but motivating you to do something good for yourself also goes through understanding your situation. So with that said, let's move on and hopefully the message is clear. Sometimes it's not your body that is tired, it's your freaking mind. Mental exhaustion is real, but it often shows up as physical fatigue. That heavy, slow, cannot even get out of the bed feeling, that's not just about sleep. It may even be depression because the same chemicals in your brain that regulate your mood, such as dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, also play a huge role in your energy levels. So when your brain is low on those chemicals, it's not just your mood that is flattened, your whole body slows down. And then there's anxiety, which at first gives you racing thoughts, fast heartbeat, no sleep. But after the storm passes, you crash, and this is the adrenaline withdrawal. Next is the little thing that even thinking too much can wear you out. Rumination, overthinking, constantly questioning yourself. It all burns cognitive energy. And if all this is not enough, let's talk about procrastination, which is not something you do because you're lazy. Usually you do it because of some fear that you don't have what it takes to complete the task. The task is too vague and complex, or what you want is just too much. You're delusional to even believe it's possible. So what you do, you delay, you procrastinate, and that drains you. Because the thought of your unfinished tasks, it's always in your mind, running in the background, tiring you down. So yes, mental exhaustion shows up as physical fatigue. And one way to make it a little bit better, as much as it sounds like a cliche, is to be kinder to yourself. Be more gentle with the words you use to describe yourself. Be more gentle with the words you use to describe your problems. Because dramatic, extreme, aggressive, negative words directly affect how you feel. And sometimes the most exhausting war you can be is the one with your own negative thoughts, because you cannot run away from this. You cannot rest from this. Be kinder to yourself. Just think about it. When we talk about energy, it's not only how much you eat, but also what and how. If you're constantly tired, check out your iron levels, especially if you don't eat meat. Your body needs iron to make hemoglobin, a protein that carries oxygen through your blood. Without enough of it, your muscles feel weak and your brain gets foggy. Basically, low iron means less oxygen delivery, which means less energy for you. And there is one more thing. If you're constantly busy eating, especially large portions, simple carbs, but just any kind of constant snack every 5 minutes, that means your body is constantly busy digesting food, which means it's using energy to support your eating habits. That kind of eating doesn't even give you energy. It's not setting you up for success, ready to conquer the world, which, by the way, was the whole point of eating in the first place. No, you feel sluggish. You feel ready to take a nap. Basically, if you feel tired all the time, look at your diet. Do you eat enough iron? Are you eating every 5 minutes? Is it simple carbs that don't give you energy? Food is supposed to help you, not slow you down. Just think about it. You wake up and you reach for coffee. And I get it. I love doing the same. That's the only addiction I allow myself to have. But when you don't sleep enough or well, you wake up with adenosine leftovers in your brain from the previous day. Adenosine is a brain chemical that builds up and tells your brain when you are tired and you need a break. But when we drink coffee, which has caffeine, caffeine doesn't remove adenosine from your brain. It just makes the receptors numb so that you don't feel tired. So basically adenosine builds up, but you're oblivious to it and you keep going, keep doing, keep producing until the caffeine withdraws, and then all that build up adenosine hits you. And yeah, this is the crash when you feel like you can fall asleep on the spot. And with bad sleeping routine, we don't really clean up our brains during sleep. So you start your day feeling tired because the adenosine in your brain is still there trying to tell you that you need a break. So in the morning, instead of grabbing your coffee, if you give yourself 30 minutes first, even an hour if you're really willing to try, that time may give you an adequate understanding of how you feel, and then realizing, damn, I'm really tired, may help you make the decision to take it slow today. Sometimes the best way to help ourselves isn't so much to fix the problem, to fix the fatigue, but just do not make it worse. And on that note, let's talk now about how to actually build some energy in the morning. In the morning, when you wake up, your body gives you a natural boost of cortisol. That's a good thing. It's called the cortisol awakening response. Think of it as your body's way of saying, let's get going. And you can support that natural rhythm by doing 3 simple things. One is move your body. Yes, take a little walk around the block, or maybe just 10 minutes yoga, or do your freaking bed. Anything that will say, I'm awake. 2 is get some sunlight, or at least daylight. Anything that will tell your body to stop producing melatonin, which is the sleep hormone, and this will help you regulate your internal clock. And yes, of course, 3 is delay just by 30 minutes your freaking screen time. Consuming information can wait. What your body needs at first is a sense of achievement, like the one that you'll get from doing your bed, or a little bit of dopamine that you'll get from moving or getting a sunlight. And here's a little list of all this that you can save, perhaps use, hopefully use. And those little things will give your body what it actually needs. Some healthy cortisol, serotonin, and dopamine. And okay, add a glass of water because you're freaking dehydrated in the morning. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are more curious on how this whole tiredness works with our brain, I made a video about this earlier. I'm going to leave the link here. And I plan on making a few more videos around this whole concept of feeling tired, of exhausting our brain, of not sleeping well, of coping with this difficult, stressful world. So stick around if that's something interesting to you. Thanks for watching once again. See you next time. Bye.